Hi, this is Jeline from the Honors Tutorial. Welcome to our topic for today, which is about derivatives, the product rule. So this is for Basic Calculus 11. So let's start with our discussion. So we have here the product rule itself. I'll write it for you. The product rule. So we have here d over dx as we multiply f of x and g of x is equal to f of x times g prime of x. When we say g prime of x, we already get the derivative of g of x. So that's why it is g prime of x now. Plus g of x times f of f prime of x. So this will be our pattern for our example. So let's have example number 1. We have here y equals the quantity of 3x raised to 5 plus 2 times the quantity of x cubed minus 1. It is very important for us to identify which is f of x and which is g of x. For f of x, always remember that this is the first given, so that is 3x raised to 5 plus 2. And for your g of x, that is the second given, and that is 8x cubed minus 1. So now, let us have our solution here. And then let's have f of x. For f of x, we have here 3x raised to 5 plus 2. And then after that, let's get the derivative of it, the first derivative. So we have here f prime of x is equal to 3 times your exponent, which is 5, x raised to 5 minus 1 plus 0. It is plus 0 because 2 is a constant. We are just applying the constant rule for derivatives. So any constant will become 0. So let's continue solving. This is f prime of x is equal to 3 times 5, that's 15. X raised to 5 minus 1, that's 4. So our f prime of x is equal to 15x raised to 4. For g prime of x, let's have g of x, and that is equal to x cubed minus 1. And then after that, let's get g prime of x. And then same process, just bring down 3 here, which is your exponent, and then x raised to 3 minus 1. And then since negative 1 is a constant, automatically it will be changed to 0. Okay, if it is 0, you can just eliminate it. Do not write it. Okay, so let's continue. G prime of x is equal to 3x raised to 3 minus 1, that's 2. So we have here g prime of x is equal to 3x squared. Now, let's use the pattern that we have here. Let's have this. Let's continue solving. So for the next part, this is our solution number 2, step 2. We have to follow d over dx as we multiply f of x times g of x, and that is equal to f of x times g prime of x plus g of x times f prime of x. Okay, so now to get the derivative of the equation given, we will be writing y prime is equal to f of x, and that is 3x raised to 5 plus 2 times g prime of x, and that is 3x squared. So we have here 3 x squared plus g of x, and that is equal to x cubed minus 1 times f prime of x, that is equal to 15x raised to 4. And then let's continue solving. So we have here y prime is equal to 3x raised to 5 times 3x raised to 2, and that is equal to 9x raised to 7. Because we multiply 3 and 3, that's 9. Since this is multiplication, we have to add the exponents. That's 5 plus 2, so we have here 7. Next, 2 times 3x squared, that is positive 6x squared. How did we get this? 2 times 3, that is 6, and then just copy x squared since we don't have any variable to combine it with. Plus, let's multiply x cubed times 15x raised to 4. So that is equal to 15x raised to 7. Why? Because for 15, this is a constant, just copy it. And then for the variables, kindly add the exponents. So we have here 3 plus 4, that's 7. Next, we have here negative 1 times 15x raised to 4. When a term like 15x raised to 4 is multiplied to negative 1, it means that we have to reciprocate the sign. So it will become negative 15x raised to 4. And then let's continue. So we have here y prime is equal to, let's combine like terms. So for like terms, we have here 9x raised to 7 and 15x raised to 7. Since they are both positive numbers, we have to add the numbers. 9 plus 15, that is 24, and then copy the variable x, and then since this is just addition, just copy the exponents. No need to add them, okay? Next, let us have this part, negative 15x raised to 4, since we are aiming for the exponents to be in decreasing order. So after 7, we decided to have 4. Okay, so we just copy negative 15 x raised to 4. It is because we don't have any like terms for this. So we cannot combine it with any term here. Next, it is the same with positive 6x squared. We will just copy it since we don't have any partner for 6x squared. So now, y prime is equal to 24x raised to 7 minus 15x raised to 4 plus 6x squared. So that's it for the first part of the video about the product rule. If you have questions, clarifications, or inquiries, kindly message our FB page, The Honors Tutorial. Thank you and God bless.